At Numerian Capital, we bring you the latest stock news each day. Please like and subscribe so we can bring these articles to you each day. Thank you.
Today, October 28, 2022, why is MULN stock down 8% today? MULN stock is retreating after recent rallies. MULN stock is slipping on Friday without much in the way of news. Instead, shares are dropping after the stock's recent rallies. A couple pieces of news sent shares higher earlier this week. Mullen Automotive, Nasdaq MULN, stock is losing power on Friday as shares of the electric vehicle company slide lower. There's no specific news behind the fall of MULN stock today. Instead, the company is coming off of a rally for the last couple of days which had shares climbing higher. There were a couple of pieces of news behind those earlier gains. The first bit investors will remember is MULN's deal for iGo vehicles. These are electric delivery vehicles MULN will now be selling in Europe. Sales for the iGo will start in December in Germany. MULN also has the option to expand to other countries with its license. The second news item that sent MULN stock higher this week was the company's expanded promotional tour. Specifically, MULN revealed more dates for its promo tour showing off the upcoming MULN 5. The 5 is MULN's first EV and is set for delivery in 2024. Why this helped MULN stock? MULN has been through a bit of a rough time with investors lately. Not only has the company dealt with cash issues, but supply chain constraints have also pushed back the launch of the MULN 5. For perspective, the company first showed off the EV back in 2021. It has yet to deliver a single unit. Investors will note that MULN stock is still seeing decent trading volume today as it falls. This has some 110 million shares on the move as of this writing. That figure is quickly closing in on the daily average trading volume of about 117 million shares. MULN stock is down 8.1% as of Friday afternoon. MULN stock falls despite pre-order surge. Macro woes don't help. Shares of electric vehicle firm MULN slipped 8% on Friday amid broader enthusiasm. MULN reported better than expected pre-order sales during its product tour. MULN stock unfortunately faces severe macroeconomic pressures. On the surface, emerging electric vehicle manufacturer MULN fired on all cylinders, metaphorically speaking. Recently launching a promotional tour to bolster interest in the upcoming MULN 5, the underlying company reported better than expected pre-order volume. While MULN stock gained substantially since October 18, it plunged more than 8% on Friday afternoon. At first glance, investors would be forgiven for assuming that MULN's latest series of positive news would help MULN stock. For instance, regarding the promotional tour, management decided to expand its event, which started in Pasadena, California with additional stops now scheduled for November 1 and November 2 in Anaheim, a city just outside Los Angeles. Billed as the strikingly different tour, the product showpiece will allow potential customers to experience the 5 firsthand. Part of the event includes a ride along with a professional driver, facilitating interaction with an innovative infotainment system. Even better, MULN's press release revealed that the overall magnitude of MULN 5 pre-orders, leading up to and during the Pasadena event has quadrupled in volume. Interest in the new EV prompted management to expand its tour. The incredible response we are receiving for the MULN 5 on tour is a repeat of what we witnessed last November at the 5's Ella Auto Show world debut, confirming very high interest in this EV. It is very gratifying to see the 5 reservations pour in and the tour slots fill up in a matter of minutes, said David Michery, CEO and chairman of MULN Automotive. Macro headwinds hurt MULN stock. The good news carried over onto the other side of the Atlantic, which in theory should bolster MULN stock. As Investor Place contributor Larry Raymer pointed out, MULN announced earlier this week that it would distribute an urban delivery EV in Europe. Billed as the iGo to address the last-mile dilemma, the company intends to sell the EV in Germany in December. Nevertheless, concerns obviously remain for investors. Primarily, all the encouraging developments at MULN can't shelter MULN stock from macroeconomic headwinds. With the Federal Reserve committed to shrinking its balance sheet following bond buybacks during the early stage of the COVID-19 pandemic, the resultant environment of borrowing costs hurt consumer demand. Higher prices and higher interest rates are slowing sales in the used market, Cox Automotive senior economist Charles Chesbrough said. While discussing the second-hand auto market, the fundamental headwind will likely affect other high-ticket items, such as EVs and housing. As well, questions remain about consumers willing to fork over big dollars for a largely unknown enterprise. According to data analytics firm Escalent, established automotive brands have currency with consumers, who have recognized the strides those brands have taken to improve and refine their electric offerings. Even back in 2011, consumer research indicated that brand loyalty matters to EV buyers. As an emerging specialist with no prior automotive track record, Mullen will likely face hurdles in the future. Thus, many investors may have decided to either pocket their profits or cut losses with Mullen stock.
Thanks for watching Numerian Capital News. Please come back tomorrow for another stock news update. Thank you.